deep in the jungle. In an undisclosed location. Dread Comics is proud to present the 1943 movie serial, The Phantom. The Phantom is an American adventure comic strip, first published by Lee Falk in February 1936. The main character, the Phantom, is a fictional costumed crime fighter who operates from the fictional African country of Bengala. The character has been adapted for television, film and video games. The series began with a daily newspaper strip on February 17, 1936, followed by a color Sunday strip on May 28, 1939. Both are still running as of 2020. In 1966, King Features stated that The Phantom was being published in 583 newspapers worldwide. At its peak, the strip was read by over 100 million people daily. Falk worked on The Phantom until his death in 1999. Since his death, the comic strip has been written by Tony DePaul. Since 2016, it has been drawn by Mike Manley, Monday to Saturday, and, since 2017, Jeff Weigel, Sunday. Previous artists on the newspaper strip include Ray Moore, Wilson McCoy, Bill Ligmant, Cy Berry, George Allison, Keith Williams, Fred Fredericks, Graham Nolan, Eduardo Barreto, Paul Ryan, and Terry Beatty. In the strip, the Phantom was 21st in a line of crime fighters which began in 1536, when the father of British sailor Christopher Walker was killed during a pirate attack. Swearing an oath on the skull of his father's murderer to fight evil, Christopher began a legacy of the Phantom which would pass from father to son. Nicknames for the Phantom include the Ghost Who Walks, Guardian of the Eastern Dark and the Man Who Cannot Die. Unlike many other superheroes, the Phantom has no superpowers. He totally relies on his strength, intelligence and the myth of his immortality to take action against the forces of evil. The 21st Phantom is married to Diana Palmer. They met while he studied in the United States and they had 2 children, Kit and Hello Eyes. He has a trained wolf named Devil and a horse named Hero, and like the 20 previous Phantoms he lives in the ancient Skull Cave. The Phantom was the first fictional hero to wear the skin-tight costume which has become a hallmark of comic book superheroes, and was the first shown in a mask with no visible pupils, another superhero standard. Comics historian Peter Coogan has described the Phantom as a transitional figure, since the Phantom has some of the characteristics of pulp magazine heroes such as the Shadow and the Spider and earlier jungle heroes such as Tarzan, as well as anticipating the features of comic book heroes such as Superman, Batman, and Captain America. After the success of Mandrake the Magician, King Features Syndicate tasked Falk to develop a new feature. His first effort was to write and draw a strip about King Arthur and his knights. When King Features rejected the strip, Falk developed the Phantom, a mysterious, costumed crime fighter. He planned the first few months of the story, and drew the first 2 weeks as a sample. Fascinated by myths and legends, such as King Arthur and El Cid, and the modern fictional characters Zorro, Tarzan and the Jungle Book's Mowgli, Falk envisioned the character as wealthy playboy Jimmy Wells by day and the crime-fighting Phantom by night. During his first story, The Singh Brotherhood, before disclosing that Wells was the Phantom, Falk changed the setting to a jungle and made the Phantom an apparently mortal, mythic figure. Thinking that there were already too many characters called the Phantom, including the Phantom Detective and find a name he liked better and decided to stay with the Phantom. In the A&E American cable TV documentary The Phantom, comic strip Crusader 12, Falk explained that Greek busts inspired him to knit the Phantom's pupils when the character was wearing his mask. He incorrectly believed that ancient Greek busts had no pupils, they were painted on originally and faded with time, which he said gave them an inhuman, awe-inspiring appearance. 9. In an interview for Comic Book Marketplace, Falk said the Phantom's skin-tight costume was inspired by Robin Hood, who wore tights in films and on stage. Falk was a Shakespeare enthusiast and the comic included several references to Shakespeare. These include the third Phantom playing Juliet in the original premiere of Romeo and Juliet, as well as marrying Shakespeare's niece. The Phantom began as a daily strip on February 17, 1936 with the Singh Brotherhood, written by Falk and drawn by him for 2 weeks and then by Ray Moore, assistant to artist Phil Davis on Mandrake the Magician. That year, The Phantom was serialized in the Australian Woman's Mirror. A Sunday Phantom strip was added on May 28, 1939. During World War II, Falk joined the Office of War Information, where he became chief of the Radio Foreign Language Division. Moore also served during the war and left the strip to his assistant, Wilson McCoy. When Moore returned, he worked sporadically on the strip until 1949, when McCoy succeeded him. During McCoy's tenure, The Phantom appeared in thousands of newspapers worldwide and was smuggled by boat into Nazi-occupied Norway during the war. Phantom was a password for the Norwegian resistance movement. McCoy died unexpectedly in 1961. Carmen Infantino and Bill Ligmant, who later drew several Phantom stories for comic books, filled in before a successor was found in Siberia. 21. During Barry's early years, he and Falk modernized the strip, laying the foundation for what is considered the Phantom's modern look. Under Barry, Bengal became a democracy and the character of President La Mandaluyga was introduced. Barry worked on the Phantom for over 30 years until his 1994 retirement, drawing a total of about 11,000 strips. His longtime assistant George Allison remained on the strip as penciler, with Keith Williams inking the daily strip. The Sunday strip was inked by Eric Dosher until Fred Fredericks succeeded him in 1995. Falk continued to script the Phantom and Mandrake until his death on March 13, 1999. His last daily and Sunday strip stories, Terror at the Opera and The Kidnappers, were finished by his wife Elizabeth after her husband pulled off his oxygen mask in the hospital to dictate the storyline. After Falk's death, King Features cooperated with European comic publisher Egmont, publisher of the Swedish Phantom and magazine, which changed from publishing Phantom stories in comic book format to providing the newspaper strip as well, by adapting their own Phantom comic book stories into the strip format. Phantom and writers Tony DePaul and Claes Reimurthy alternated as writers of the newspaper strip after Falk died, with DePaul handling the daily strips and Reimurthy the Sunday ones. DePaul would later become the strip's sole writer. Some stories were adapted from those originally published in Phantom N. In 2000, Allison and Fredericks retired from the Sunday strip. It was continued by comic book artist Graham Nolan, who had drawn 3 Phantom N covers. In early 2005, Allison and Williams left the daily strip after Allison retired, and artist Paul Ryan, who had worked on the Phantom and comic stories and had been a fan of the character since childhood, took over the daily strip. Ryan succeeded Nolan as artist on the Sunday strip in 2007. On July 31, 2011, Eduardo Barreto became the Sunday page artist. He died after only a few months, and Ryan temporarily took over the Sunday page again on January 15, 2012, which featured a memorial to Barreto. Ryan also did the following week's strip, before Terry Beatty became Barreto's replacement. Ryan died at his home unexpectedly on March 7, 2016. Mike Manley succeeded Ryan as artist on the Phantom, beginning with a strip dated May 30, 2016. Beatty stepped down as Sunday artist in 2017, and was replaced by Jeff Weigel. The Phantom is a 1943 Columbia Pictures 15-chapter black-and-white cliffhanger superhero serial, produced by Rudolph C. Flatow, directed by Reeves Eason, and starring Tom Tyler in the title role. It is based on Lee Falk's comic strip The Phantom, first syndicated to newspapers in 1936 by King Features Syndicate. The serial also features Jeanne Bates as the Phantom's girlfriend Diana Palmer, and Ace the Wonder Dog as the Phantom's trusty German Shepherd Devil, who is a wolf in the original comic strip. Professor Davidson plans an expedition to find the lost city of Zoloz. The location of the city is contained on 7 pieces of ivory, 3 of which Davidson already possesses. Dr. Bremmer, however, intends to find the lost city and use it as a secret airbase for his unnamed country. To remove him as an obstacle, He kills the Phantom, only for his recently returned son, Geoffrey Prescott, to inherit the family identity and take over the mantle of the Phantom. 3 of the remaining ivory pieces are owned by Singapore Smith, who initially steals Davidson's pieces. The 7th, and most important, piece is missing at first but turns up in the possession of Tartar, which the Phantom acquires by wrestling Tartar's pet gorilla. The Phantom starred Tom Tyler as both Geoffrey Prescott and the Phantom. Jeanne Bates would play Diana Palmer. Like most serials, the Phantom had a low budget. Most of the serial was filmed in the Hollywood Hills, which doubled as the African jungle. For the serial, the Phantom's real name is Geoffrey Prescott. In the comic strip, his real name had not yet been introduced. 1. The Phantom's real name was eventually introduced into the comic strip as Kit Walker. The Phantom tells Singapore Smith to call him Walker when he covers his costume with a hat, dark glasses, and an overcoat so he can enter civilization unobtrusively. And now, Dread Comics is proud to present the conclusion of The Phantom 1943 serial. Chapter 15. Peace in the Jungle.
The traitor has lured the Davidson expedition into Bremmer's trap in the catacombs of Zoloz. The Phantom tries to rescue them.
The Phantom's down there with the rest of them. How about let me take a shot at him?
Certainly not. Let them all find out there's another exit up here.
Hurry up with that charge.
I'm almost ready.
We'll get out of here and let Drake finish his work. And make it good.
I'd like to see an ant crawl through here after the explosion.
By the way, how did you find your way here?
Byron showed us.
He said you were in the catacombs waiting for us, so we came with him.
That's a lie. I never saw him from the time he sneaked away until he came back with you now.
Talking about me won't help you any.
Put down that gun.
I'm working for a man now who isn't going to give all the Zoloz treasure to a university. Get back there, you.
You're a fool as well as a traitor.
I tricked you into coming here. I stopped you just long enough so you couldn't get out through that door. And now I'm leaving by a tunnel which I told you wasn't there.
You're crazy, I tell you. The man you're working for will kill you as soon as he's finished using you.
Yes? I'd rather take my chances with him than with you.
No, my dear. The Phantom will take care of himself. Take it easy now. You've been badly hurt. Hi, fella. You all right, old boy?
Oh, it's a wonder both of you weren't killed.
Byron, what happened to him?
I should never have let him come with us on this expedition.
This is no time to think about that now. Let's see what we can do for him. Completely blocked. Byron's done for.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is there any chance of us getting out of here?
Never give up hope, Professor. I never do. We'll try and find a way out of here somehow.
Well, I did a great job, Doc, even if I have to admit it myself.
Now, what's so marvelous about blowing up a tunnel?
Well, that is what I mean. Besides sealing up Davidson and the girl, I knocked off Byron and the Phantom.
Are you sure, or have you caught the disease called no more phantoms?
Oh, stop your clowning, Doc. Why, I saw those two guys buried under tons of rock and dirt they'll never dig themselves out of.
Oh, it's fine, Drake. I'd almost begun to believe that bunk myself about the Phantom being immortal.
What's our next move, Doc?
Well, we have to finish that airfield. But to do that, we need native labor.
Well, the Phantoms fix it so the natives won't work for us.
That's right. But the new Phantom's going to change things.
The new Phantom?
Huh? I had this specially made for the occasion. See, I want the natives to be happy with their Phantom, but this time he's going to be my man. The Phantom's dead. Long live the Phantom. Go ahead, try it on, Chris.
Nice thinking, Doc.
Come in here and see what I discovered. Looks like the corner of an old chest. The explosion must have loosened this block. Let's see if we can get it out. The treasure chest.
Just our luck to find it and then not be able to get out of here with it.
It's empty.
Wait a minute.
The mark of the Phantom.
One of my forefathers must have removed whatever treasure there was and left our seal as a receipt. But why a receipt? The law permits those who find a treasure to keep it. Yes, I know that. But I'm beginning to suspect that the tongue of treasure which has been put into my custody originally came from here. That sounds reasonable. Maybe I can substantiate your theory when you show your treasure to me.
By the way, to whom does the treasure belong? You or the natives?
My father turned it over to me with the understanding, however, that I use it only to help the natives.
Speaking of the natives, I wish they were here to help us now.
Yes, so do I.
Well, how do I look?
You're his twin.
Here, try this on.
Hey, what about the Phantom's trademark?
What do you mean?
The ring, stupid.
Here you are. Catch.
Doc, you've done a wonderful job duplicating the outfit, but Chris's voice doesn't sound any more like the Phantom's than a wolf sounds like a canary bird.
It's all right. I anticipated that difficulty. Rocca and Drake, I'm holding you responsible for Davidson and his niece. Feed them, but don't leave them out of the catacombs. Long, you and Martian come with Chris and me, and don't let yourselves be seen.
I can stand going without food, but I wish they'd give us some water.
And I wish that you had taken my advice and stayed at Tongo instead of disobeying me.
Don't say that. No matter what happens, I'm glad to be here with you. You still think you know a way to get us out of here, don't you?
I do. My plan depends entirely on someone coming down here to see what happened to us.
You mean they left us down here to die?
There's no doubt about it. In case someone should come down here, here's what we'll do.
Now, you both understand what I mean?
Hope they don't grumble about the grub.
And don't forget, be ready with your gun.
Out the door. I got my hands full.
Well, if we'd have known the Phantom was keeping you company, we'd have come sooner.
He's dead.
You don't have to tell me. I'm the one that killed him.
Then at least be decent enough to take the body out of here.
Yes. Get him out of here.
I'll carry him if somebody will help me sling him up.
All right, let's get out of here. Come on, fella. Come on, Devil. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
How bad you hurt? Get the doc, quick. Bremmer ain't coming back. Neither am I, if I can get out of this place. Help me. Help me. Oh, I ain't got time to be dragging you around through the jungle. You ain't gone through no jungle. Phantom, he come. Welcome, Dr. Bremmer. Welcome back, Master.
Phantom not well, Moku. Throat very bad. I talk for him, you understand?
What happened, Phantom?
I was flying from Saipan in Thunderbird. My plane caught on fire and crashed in the jungle. The Phantom came there and saved me.
Master, very brave man.
He is indeed, Moku. To rescue me, he had to breathe flames, which burned his throat.
You fix him with white man medicine?
Oh, yes. He'll be all right in a few days. But his voice might not sound quite the same at first.
Moko, very happy Phantom to meet you again. Where is Devil and 3 friends?
Oh, he's with the professor and the others back at Zoloz.
We wait here for them?
No, we start back for Tonga tonight. We get many warriors to help them with big diggings.
Can do easy. Suba call all tribes. Get plenty strong men. We go pretty quick.
It's fine, Moku.
Ciao, mahalo. Come on. Pick up.
Say Phantom call all chiefs of all tribes to Tonga. Last time Phantom called, Chota not go. Phantom come to Mala village and make trouble for Chota. This time Chota go to Tonga. Make trouble for Phantom. Call all warriors. We go. Hula, hula, kahula. Come, follow Choto.
Now I understand why Moku and the porters didn't wait for us.
Did the drums tell you that?
They say the Phantom is calling the chiefs of all tribes to Tonga for a council. How could that be possible? Very simple. Someone is convinced I'm dead and has taken my place.
But who could that be?
I'm certain it's the man who's behind all our troubles.
Well, then you must get to Tonga at once and assert your right.
Come, let's hurry.
You cannot see Phantom.
That's the 3rd time you've told me that.
Master sick. Cannot talk. You saw Moku. He tell you why Phantom call chiefs.
Now, you seem to forget that the Phantom is my best friend, and I know he'd be glad to see me.
Master say cannot see Rusty now. We'll see after council.
He did, eh?
You wait here with the people. He see you after ceremony.
You bet he'll see me.
Well, I hope Bremmer and Chris get away with this.
Here, put your mask on. Well, you certainly look authentic. Might as well get used to this. You're the Phantom from now on.
Master, the chief's very anxious for you to appear.
All right, Suba, I won't keep him any longer. Well, thanks a lot for everything. All right, Phantom, do your stuff. I'll be watching you.
Rudy, follow Tonga?
Wow.
Umbaganda Tonga. We're not very far from the village now. These men will take you there safely. You stay here, Devil. See you later.
Come on.
Chiefs of all the tribes, Suba has told you why the Phantom cannot speak to you today. Your leader's voice is in a state of temporary collapse. I am Dr. Bremmer, speaking for your leader these words of wisdom. Listen to them well and obey the orders of the man who never dies. Your leader has just discovered the lost city of Zoloz. He wants to rebuild that city, but he needs many warriors to help him clear the jungle.
Hey, this is where we came in.
Yeah, and this is where we're getting out.
I don't think so. Come on, Reach. Out this way, both of you. Come on. All right, come on. Come on, get on your feet.
Chiefs, leaders, men of wisdom and knowledge, I've called you here to assure you once more that the peace of the jungle will be kept. I've destroyed all evil forces that have tried to create unrest among you. Their leader here lies defeated. He bears my mark in payment for his treachery. Suba. I want you to remember me always by this token from the Phantom's treasure.
I'll never forget you. But I'm not leaving here. I intend to stay on with Uncle while he continues his work at Zoloz.
And don't you dare forget to drop in on Rusty whenever you visit Saipana.